If you were born before 1963 and you spent any part of your life as a teacher, a firefighter, a police officer, or a government worker, Social Security may be holding money that belongs to you right now. In some cases, more than $22,000. And here is the part that should make you angry. They are not going to call you. They are not going to write to you. For a lot of people, that money just sits there in a government account until they stop checking. For 43 years, two rules buried deep inside the Social Security Code quietly cut or completely erased the benefits of millions of Americans. Public servants who spent their whole careers looking after everyone else, and the people hit hardest of all. They're widows. Nearly 800,000 spouses and widows had their benefits cut by this rule. And about 70% of them, more than 500,000 people, had it erased completely. Nothing left from decades of a husband or wife paying into a system that was supposed to protect them. Those two rules are now dead, repealed, and the back pay is real. It is sitting in the system, and most of the people owed it have no idea. I'm Hank, and I break down how this system actually works. Today I am going to show you exactly which two rules did this, who they hit, how much money is owed, and the 3 steps that decide whether that money lands in your account or sits in a government queue forever. Stay with me to the end, because the 3rd step is the one almost nobody takes, and for widows, it is the only step that gets you the full amount. And if you want the money rules nobody explains to seniors, in plain English, subscribe and tap the bell. That is what this channel is here for, the 2 rules. For decades, Social Security used 2 separate rules to cut the benefits of people who had a public pension, a pension from a job that did not pay into Social Security, mostly state and local government work and federal jobs held before 1984. The first rule was called the Windfall Elimination Provision. If you earned a public pension, but you also worked other jobs that did pay into Social Security, this rule slashed your own Social Security check. The average cut was around $360 a month, every month, for the rest of your retirement. The second rule is the cruel one. It was called the Government Pension Offset, and it went after spouses and widows. Here is what it did, in real numbers. Say your government pension was $1,500 a month. The rule took 2/3 of that, $1,000, and subtracted it from any spousal or survivor benefit you were owed. If your survivor benefit was $900, it was wiped out completely. You got nothing from decades of your spouse paying in, 40 years, 300 bills. Now here is what should make every honest person sit up. Over 40 years, members of Congress introduced 300 separate bills to repeal these 2 rules. Teachers' unions fought, firefighters fought, year after year. Not one of them passed. For 4 decades, millions of retirees kept losing money they had earned, and every year, Washington moved on. Until January 5, 2025, the law that changed everything. On January 5, 2025, the Social Security Fairness Act was signed into law. Both rules gone, permanently. And the law was made retroactive to January 2024. That means Social Security owes every affected person the difference between what they got and what they should have gotten, all the way back. A minimum of 12 months of back pay, paid as a single lump sum. The average lump sum, so far, $6,710. For widows whose entire benefit was erased, it climbs past $22,000. The total being returned, by the government's own estimate, is around $196 billion. So where is the money? Here is the problem. Not everyone has been paid. We are in 2026, and there are still people whose monthly benefit has never been corrected. There are people who got a one-time payment, but whose ongoing check is still running on the old, reduced formula. And there is a group being hit by something worse. People who were told, years ago, that the offset would zero out their benefit, so they never even filed a claim. Why would they file for zero? Now they are being told they have to file, but they are only being given 6 months of back pay, instead of everything owed since 2024. That is money they earned. quietly disappearing. A bipartisan group of senators is right now fighting Social Security over exactly this. But you cannot wait for Washington to fix it. You have to check your own account. 2 groups. Which one are you? This is the part nobody explains clearly, so listen closely because there are 2 completely different situations. Group 1. If you were already receiving a Social Security check that was being reduced by one of these rules, your correction is automatic. You do not need to file anything. You just need to verify it actually happened, and I will show you how. Group 2. If the offset zeroed your benefit completely so you never filed a claim, then nothing is automatic. The system has no claim to correct. You have to file a brand new application, and if you do not, that money is never coming. Hold on to that difference. It decides everything you do next, who this applies to. So who exactly is affected? 4 groups. Listen for yourself in here. 1. You worked as a public school teacher, and at some point you also worked other jobs that paid into Social Security. 2. You were a firefighter, a police officer, or a state or local government worker, and you also paid into Social Security through other work. 3. You are a federal employee hired before January 1st, 1984, under the old civil service retirement system. 4. And this is the most important one. You are a widow or a widower whose spousal or survivor benefit was reduced or completely erased because you receive a government pension. One important thing, so I am not overpromising. This is only about pensions from jobs that did not pay into Social Security. It is not about your private 401k or a normal company pension. If every job you had paid into Social Security, these rules never touched you, exactly what to do. So here is exactly what to do. 3 steps. Step 1. Go to ssa.gov and log into your My Social Security account. If you do not have one, create it. Look at your current monthly benefit. If you see your payment has not changed since the start of 2025, and you know one of these rules used to apply to you, your correction may still be stuck in the queue. Step 2. Call Social Security directly and use these exact words, so write them down. I want to verify whether my account has been fully corrected under the Social Security Fairness Act. That one sentence tells the agent exactly what to pull up. Ask them if your case is closed, pending, or not yet started. Step 3. This one is only for widows and widowers, and it is the step that decides whether you get everything or nothing. If your survivor benefit was completely erased, do not assume the fix is automatic. Ask them this exact question. Does my case require a new survivor benefit application under the Social Security Fairness Act? Because if it does, and you do not file it, the system will never pay you. It cannot correct a claim that was never approved. 2 things nobody warns you about. 2 quick things almost nobody mentions. First, Medicare. If you have been paying your Medicare premium directly out of pocket because the offset zeroed your Social Security, keep paying that bill until Social Security sends you a notice. Once your benefit starts, the premium comes straight out of your monthly payment instead. Second, a catch. If you are a widow or a spouse who is still working and you are under full retirement age, there is an earnings limit. Earn over about $24,000 in a year, and it can reduce the benefit you just got back. Not forever, but it is worth knowing before you count on the full amount. Don't let it sit. For 43 years, the government took money from people who earned it. The rules are dead now. The back pay is real. The average check is $6,700. For some widows, it is more than $22,000. But Social Security is not calling. The only way this money moves from their system into your account is if you take the steps I just walked you through. So do me one favor. Send this to one person you love who is over 60, a retired teacher, a firefighter's widow. That one share might put $6,000 back in their pocket, money the government has been quietly sitting on since 2024. That is what this channel is here for. Take care of yourselves, and take care of your money. I'll see you in the next one. Before you go, one more thing. If you own your home and it's paid off, there is something you need to know. There is a government program that can put a claim on your house after you are gone, and most families never see it coming. But there are legal ways to protect it and keep it in the family. I will show you exactly how in the video right here on your screen. Go watch it next.